Alrighty, here we are for round one. Our opponent's playing second. Interesting choice. We've got a whole bunch of 3 drops and a 4 drop. It's a bit of a slow start, but I'll keep it just to not risk it. So let's play with the swamp and pass the turn and see why he's playing second. Green isn't necessarily a color to play second with. Well, we top deck a land, so we're not 2-dropping anything. I guess we'll drop the monk next turn. Red-green. Hero's Blade. Alright, this guy's making a whole bunch of strange choices, I guess. Maybe he's multicolor. Another land, of course, but we'll get champion down next turn at least. So, we'll be attacking in, hopefully, unless he's going to drop like a turn 3 Yasova or something, which would be awful, but we could Foul Tongue Invocation it. It's going to be funny if that's what we actually see. No, we get a morph instead. Well, I will offer the trade with that morph for sure. Don't think he'll do it. Nope. So let's drop a champion, and he can equip next turn. Let's hope he equips, and then we can punish him for that. So you get first strike to it's just +3/+2. And that's what he's doing. So he's got himself a 5/4. Don't terribly care, because he's not going to have it next turn. Let's punish him for that greedy move. And then we're going to get in for 6 and play a Shambling Goblin. It was a Guardian Shield Bearer. Get in for 6, go up to 23, and get ourselves a Goblin. I wonder if he has a legendary creature, or if he's just playing Hero's Blade as a sword. Well, against red-green, my creatures will get outclassed before long, unfortunately. So I need to be a little bit speedy. Starting with a hand of 3 drops wasn't necessarily the best. He's going to Sarkhan's Rage the champion. He's going to take 2, go to 10. Seemed desperate. That seemed desperate. Ooh, we get a Dramoka Captain too. So we're going to be bolstering as well. Fun times. Let's get in for 3, take him to 7, and then I think we'll play out our hand. And we are going to get a counter, of course. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got lethal on board, so he has to play a blocker. And we're going to be bolstering either the Goblin or the Captain. He gets himself a Shockmaw Dragon. So, interesting. Let's see what we get. Probably a land. Yep, of course. So, we can attack in, bolster something, and he'll take 2, 4, 5. Or he blocks 1/1. Interesting choices. I think we have to just come in with everything, because we just need to race now. And we'll bolster maybe the Goblin. Try to convince him to block the Goblin instead of the Captain. Yeah, let's do that. That way he has to block the Captain. No, he has to block... Maybe he has to block the Dragon Bell Monk. Because if I had Prowess, I would just take it. He's going to block the Assassin. Nope. Gonna block the goblin, after all. So he's gonna go to 2. And I'm gonna make that dragon almost die and not quite be able to do it. Not quite be able to do it. 1 single point of damage. And we're not gonna play that land, we're gonna pretend it's a spell. Now the good thing is we have lethal if he doesn't play 2 creatures. He does have 4 cards, though. Best top deck would just be Harsh Sustenance, of course. Finish him off without any combat needed. He's going to attack and get rid of that captain. He still is required to play 2 blockers, though. There's one. And I don't see a second one, and I only see 4 green up. I don't know how he wins that, but we're going to dash in this imp anyways. Just represent lethal in the air. So, I mean, is he just making me go through the motions here? Or is there something for 4 green that he could have that would save him? Blocks there. Winds of Calcisma, of course. Of course. So no combat damage. Or he has Ferocious, doesn't he? So the assassin is going to die. But he can't attack. So I've got time. Could top deck another imp. Harsh Sustenance still works. I can dash in and then Harsh Sustenance. Still have the options. Still have the options. Alright, our opponent's going to combat and is coming in with the scout. I will take it. Because I represent lethal if he doesn't play a blocker. Sabertooth Outrider, sure thing. We top deck a land, eh? Well, I guess we'll just play the imp. And pass the turn. We could have dashed in the imp, attacked with both. He would have had to have blocked with the Outrider and traded, but I would have been left with no board, and he would have been left with 7 attacking, which would be bad. I'm going to keep back the card and kind of pretend that I have something. Ooh, what's this going to be? Twin Bolt, maybe? Definitely would have been better if I had some more 2-drops in my starting hand. Because we're a turn away from winning. So if we were a turn faster, we would have had this already. Well, waiting for our opponent to figure out what he's doing here. Our opponent's Draconic Roaring. The monk. Just going to deal 3 to me as well, because he has a dragon. So I'm down to 13. He could actually swing in for 11. Because I can't block. He could swing in for 11. Actually, he had lethal if he just equipped the sword and attacked. Yeah, he had lethal there. That's good news for me. It gives me a chance to top deck another Reckless Imp. But I don't think I have an out outside of that. And we've got a good chance at a land. And a Fenza, you're not going to do anything, so I'm not going to show you. So we're dead. That sucks. So close, one turn faster and we would have had it. There's the harsh sustenance. So, sideboard, what can we do? I don't really care about that Hero's Blade, so I'm not going to throw in Fate Forgotten. We're trying to be aggressive, so Pressure Point actually could have a place. Maybe instead of the Territorial Rock? Yeah, let's do that. We don't need quite as many creatures as we have. Skirmisher, no. Dunecaster, no. Yeah, let's go with that, I think. Still a very strange choice of him to play second. Very weird. Somebody's already dropped. Or maybe that's just a disconnect. I hope that's just a disconnect. Alright, here we go. So we're going to play first, of course. What do we have here? More 3-drops. Well, actually, 1 3-drop, and a 4-drop, and a 7-drop. It's again slow, but I'll keep it. Don't want to anger the land gods. Play that plains and pass the turn. Hope for a 2-drop that's not Anafenza. Reckless Imp, you'll work. Let's get him in for 2. Next turn we'll play Dramoka Captain. And hopefully be off to the races. Turn after Dramoka Captain, I could even do something fun like, okay, that's a really early Tormenting Voice. Turn after Dramoka Captain, I could even play Glaring Aegis on Dramoka Captain, make it more resilient, and dash out the Reckless Imp. Bolster, ooh, actually. The Bolster would go on the Imp. Still, we're playing it now. Well, I guess we only need to play the Glaring Aegis if we need to tap something, eh? Dragon Scarred Bear, sure thing. I will attack in with the Imp, I think. And the Captain, because the Captain to Bolster to become a 2/2 with first strike. It's not afraid of the bear at all. So yeah, let's dash in the Imp. Attack, attack. Bolster trigger, always yield. In for 4. And then I think maybe we'll Glaring Aegis now, just to make this thing pretty darn resilient. Tap down that bear. Bring him back and pass the turn. So if he attacks alone next turn, he'll be a 4/6 first strike, which is pretty big. That'll put him out of Sarkhan's Rage range, which is nice. Ooh, and he'll be able to attack in completely unafraid of those two. So yeah, he knows he has to race here. So he's going to come in for 3, and that is fine. I will attack in and bolster himself. See if he's willing to go to 10 or not. He's willing to go to 10. So we'll play down Reckless Imp and pass the turn. He could take me to 10, but I'd be threatening to take him to 3 this turn. So he's coming in. He is racing away as well. I'm going to be so mad if I get Winds of Calcismid again. Ooh, he plays Kindled Fury. Alright. And, no, he does not just have this, right? Okay, no. He went all in, but he didn't quite have it to give me lethal. He's taken me to 4, though. He's taken me to 4. Which is pretty bad. So... I could take him to 3 and die. So I guess we'll play a little bit more careful now. We'll get in for 2 and take him to 8, because he can't block anyways. Can Angler be played? Black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he can't. So I guess we'll play Vulture's Aven without exploiting. Or do we exploit? I'd go to 2. I'd go to 2. But I'd get cards. I'd go to 2, but I'd get cards. He's got 3 in hand. Arrgh. No, I won't do it. And I'll be very bad, and I'll look at what those cards would have been if I just lose here. Man, that surprise Kindled Fury Teamer Battle Rage. We're dead. Sarkhan's Rage to the face. So, we would have gotten a Shambling Goblin and an Anafenza. That would not have done much, because he had Sarkhan's Rage anyways. So that sucked. We got blown out by what doesn't necessarily look to have been a good deck. It looks to have been a oops, I win kind of deck, which is always annoying, but oh well. I think our deck is fine. I think it can do well, and we'll see how we do in game 2, or in match 2.